Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's me again. You can see we're doing another shirt. We're still in the same shirt for the first video, so don't hold that against me. We're going to do these back to back just so I can put two of these videos back to back. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I told you all that. Anyway, well, let's go back and let's take a look here. First trip fishing, so that's what this is going to be. What you need to know about your first trip out on the open seas here in your little dinghy. So, fixing to make our first trip into the Atlantic. So, a couple things you want to, at least be mindful of. So, you will be able to start on. I would recommend doing the tutorial. It's a good place to start. Now, like I said, it gets you out and gets you searching through different places, kind of gets you unlocked into the game a little bit. So, the first things you're going to do, though, before you do anything, is you're already going to have long lines. That's all this boat will really accept, or at least right now. So, we don't have any upgrades, any storage upgrades. So, once you go down to the dock, make sure that you're all fueled up, which if you're just starting now, you really should be. Upgrades, you don't really have to. Oh, that's wrong thing. Gosh, here I am supposed to be doing all this for you guys. Fish market. Sorry, that's where you guys want to be. Fish market. Yeah. All right. So you've got these things right here. You can actually see, this is where I would say, starting out, focus here. Look at your cod. Your cod is huge right now. 15. Standard fish prices right now are 15 kroner per kilogram. That's with the smaller fish. Now, once you get up into the bigger fish, 2.5 to 6, that means the size of fish, the weight of the fish goes up. So then you're up to 16.5. 16, 16, I guess 16 kroner per kilogram. Now you can see the other fish, you may catch more of them, but redfish is the only one that you're going to catch a lot. Now mackerel is out of season right now as of August. I think that's a spring, late winter, spring fish, I believe. I'll have to go back and look at the wiki. But anyway, so I want to focus on redfish and cod. So that's just starting out. So here's what you want to do. If you want to, go back, refer back to your wiki, and let's look at the bait. Now, the bait's going to give you a certain thing. So we're looking for cod, looking for redfish. So krill would be a potential. And then also, crab is there. There you go. So shrimp, man, my nose already started itching. Crazy. All right, so cod is 60% probability catch on that. So let's load up. Let's load up 2 lines. Let's load one with shrimp. Let's load one with krill. Or you could just do them all with shrimp. It doesn't really matter. And it does, it's okay. So let's go ahead. There we go. So that's that. So let's go to the fish market. Let's buy some bait. So your unbaited long lines. So now here's where you fix out which ones are going to come through. So you can actually hit the information. It'll tell you the 4 things that it's going to catch, but also the probability. So it's really just in a bar graph or a circular graph, a pie graph. Bar graph. Oh my gosh. Boy, it's getting late. Oh my gosh. All right. So bait krill is what you would want if you're going for redfish. But we are going to go for, yes, cod, which will be up there on the top. So we're going to go with shrimp. So let's bait 2 of these up with shrimp. And let's go ahead and bait a couple up with krill just because. We'll just see what we got. And then there's one more with krill. Now, I would say this. Do not set all 4 down at the same exact time. Trust me, you'll live to regret that. So let's go ahead and pull out of here. Now, to be honest with you, this thing's pretty, it's pretty on the slow end. But look at these graphics. Oh, they're incredible. Now, I will say this is a pretty nice system. So we're running everything is complete epic. It's what they call their graphic, is everything's epic. So it's going to be a little slow going, but there's nice sounds. It's wonderful. Got a nice 10 knots. Woo. Now, if you can actually see your fish finder up there. Unfortunately, we don't need to call for rescue quite yet. But you can toggle between this and the sonar. So there are a couple things that you can do. Once you get into an area, you can look for sonar fish, then drop your lines there for the maximum bang for the buck, so to speak. So from here, once you finally get into this open air, this is kind of like your main harbor area. You still can do plenty of fishing in here. So here's the thing. What you want to look for is you want to look for any cod spots. And, of course, there's no cod spots. So let's look for redfish. Redfish was the krill ones, remember? So what I would like for you to do, don't just go put in the center and go pile a bunch of redfish in. Wherever you see, wherever you put your long line, you'll see in here, you'll see exactly what happens when you do that. So let's look for redfish right now. Let's make sure we set redfish. Let's go ahead and let's get out here. Now we can switch down here in the bottom left. You can switch between all kinds of things. Storage, line infos. You can look at weather reports in here. Then you've got your main sonar. So you're looking for fish. Now, if you start seeing, you know, 4, 5, 6 fish start coming through, then say, hey, well, maybe let's go ahead and drop a line in here. See how things go. And feel free to go ahead and keep checking. Now, this is the only place. As you can see, this is a heavy concentration of redfish. So I'm going to show you how to maybe potentially position your lines there to where you'll have hopefully the biggest bang for the buck. You never want to put both of them in the same spot. So maybe put one here, and then maybe on the back side put something on the back end. That way as the fish move away from your one particular set, maybe they'll move into where you're going to. And that way you can kind of chase them a little bit. Because they will run in schools in the sim, or at least in this game they'll move in schools or move in groups of areas. So that's just one thing you want to kind of keep in mind as you're kind of trudging through here, trying to find some fish. So we're just now getting into it. So we should see on the sonar here, we should see a few more things start popping up. But even if we don't, we're going to go ahead and throw some. We can go and throw a line out or two. All right, so here we go. So you can start to see a few more fish are coming through here. Let's go ahead. Let's go and pop it right now. So that was krill. There you go. So there's one. So we're going to go ahead and it's going to pull out a 25 meters worth of line between the buoys. And that's what it's going to set. So there goes the last one. So now let's see where we're at in here. Now see what happens? Once you lay that down, now you've got kind of this area that's gone. There's nothing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to travel to the back side of this, and we're going to lay another one out on this back side. That way we can sandwich all the fish in. And I don't know if that works anywhere else, but that works especially. And I would say always try your best to stay around here really close. That way once you do get stuff, you can zip right back in there, sell them off, come right back out, get some more. Because like I said, the whole point here in the beginning, make as much money as you can. Let's go ahead. We're going to drive the other side of that. So you may have to activate the map a few times. Not a big deal. Now you guys are going to be seeing this all in real time. I'm not much of a video editor. I don't have time to do it. So I'm going to be showing you how to get started. Then we'll look at different things and look at new boats and feature new boats and new videos and that kind of thing. But we are not going to be progressively playing this in an episodic type fashion here. It's just too much driving, too much running around, too much going on. All right, so let's see where we're at. Okay, getting close. Let's move up just a little bit further. Good thing is you don't have to constantly have that button hit down. You can just kind of set the throttle, leave it, let it go. All right, we're getting really close here. I do wish there was a way to see that particular map here. So we said we got a couple coming through here. We got a couple here, bottom feeders down there. We got cod running through the area. So let's go. Let's pop up another one. Why not? Let's do it right here. All right, so there goes that one, a krill. Perfect. There we go. Awesome. All right, now the only other see how we've done. So basically, what you could take from this as it's set, those fish will swarm back around them. Now there is a set limit. So as you can see, there is a red line here. So this will go through the tutorial as well. But there's 250 hooks on this line, which is insane. So you'll have to catch off and have to hook up a bunch of these at some point if you really do good. But if you wanted to, and we could look and see, there's no real functioning high cod concentrates in this area. So redfish is going to definitely be what it is. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's debait what we had. Now I'm going to do fast travel here. So let's fast travel up to there and there. So I'm going to debait what we had. We're going to debate what we had. You're like, oh my god, FG is so cheesy, bro. All right, man. Let's do. Let's go ahead and remove those two. No. All right, there we go. Alright, so let's put krill back on this again, because we're going for redfish right now. There's krill. There's krill there. Let's go there. And let's go back fishing again. So from here you can still use... Actually, you got to get right out of the purple sphere here. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead and let's look for redfish again. So I am going to throw, now that we've set that one, I'm going to set one way out here. Oh, we can't cross. Where are we crossing? Oh, I guess we're crossing there. Let's cross there, and let's go right here. Now you use twice as much fuel by doing this. So just realize as you fast travel, takes a lot. But anyway, from that, and moreover on that fact, you only are able to unlock boats by driving the boats in the game. So at some point you want to set aside, you want to drive as much as you can so that you can unlock. Fast traveling does not do anything for you. Alright, so we are almost on it here, so let's go ahead and see. Let's see us break open our sonar here. Let's see what we've got. A little deeper out here, so it's about 100 meters is our depth. Another was 50 or 75, so let's see if we get any fish running through here. Alright, so we're right in the middle. Let's go ahead and drop down. There we go. There's a couple of redfish coming through right now. Perfect. We'll go ahead and throw that in. And there she goes. So now we've got a little bit of time set aside on that. So we need to pick these other two up here closer in. We need to pick them up pretty quick. And you can see kind of how it leaves this little area there. You know, see how it leaves that little dimple in there? So I guess you could assume that that's when you're actually caught something. So let's just, for the sake of it, for the video here, let's go ahead and let's fast travel right up here in the dead heart of this up here. And let's go ahead and let's drop one here. And this will be the last one here. I'm just going to go ahead and pop it out, because we're going to be right here in the middle of it. I don't play games like this too seriously. I just like to do it. I like to have fun with it, get it going, get it done, and move on. Alright, so now we've got that one in as well. So let's go ahead, let's fast travel back. I'm basically going to throw us right back in there. You can see our gas coming down here. So we'll go ahead and we'll fill up there. We'll use it twice as fast, remember, doing it this way. But some people would say, oh, that's cheating, man. No, it's not. This boat's too slow. This boat's too slow to cheat. Alright, yes, we'd like to dock as we run into it. Alright, now, here's where, once you refer to your, see how we've got these right now, these are actually ready to go. So as we pick these up, the whole idea is, see, these have been on here for 14 hours. So as these come in, we got 20 hours and then 14 hours soak on this. This one has still got 9. So the idea is that we'll be able to pick these two up first, then grab the second one, then grab the third one. Okay, so that's kind of your intro to longline fishing. It's not complicated, but just don't set them all in the same spot. You know, all 4 or how many ever you can hold on the boat. Don't set them all in one spot, because you'll wind up losing them. Once you've lost them, you've lost them. I mean, it doesn't really, you don't have to buy them back, but it just complicates it. So let's go ahead, let's see from here, let's go ahead, let's see where we at. There we are. Let's go ahead, let's get our fuel purchase back up, so we're good there. Alright, so we'll drive out of this purple ring. I think it's going to be a little bit more fun when we have the bigger boats. At least I think it's going to be more fun. As this is kind of where you start off. The whole idea here is you've got Grandpa's boat. And Grandpa has, you know, he's since, I don't know if he's passed away or if he's gotten out of it. But essentially, you've taken over the family business, so to speak, and you're going to make it big out on the open water. So that's the concept of the game, you know, that typical, you know, cheer for the little guy. All right, so let's go ahead and let's fast travel up. Now, you can't fast travel. There you go. It's even going to let you know that you can't do it. We can get in pretty close there. Close enough for me. How about that? So now it's just a question of doing it. Now, I would essentially say use your GPS if you haven't found them. At dark, there is a nice little option there for you to utilize your night light and your searchlights. Alright, so we're going to kind of swing around. We're going to catch this one right here on the backside. Oh no, we'll take us a nice screenshot for the video right there. How about that? Look at there. Y'all saw it in action. Y'all saw the magic happen. Like, wait, what? I feel cheaped. I hit the wrong button. Let me get better at that. So I'm gonna back up and try to catch this one here. There it is. No, I never went for that one in the first place. Let's try that one more time. There we go. All right, now let's try it again. Now your circles, all of these kind of, your throw rings, all this stuff will kind of, it'll all happen. You don't have to do anything special for it. It'll all show up. There's a lot of intuitive gameplay on this boat, which I actually like a lot. There we go. We'll like to haul this in. Sure. There's 14 fish on there, so we're actually going to hook 4. There's 1 red fish. That's great. So the idea here is that you're hooking these off as they're on the line. So you're literally just hooking, stabbing, and chunking and flunking. So there was a, man, that was a mackerel there. We shouldn't be catching those. There's another redfish. Good, good, good. So good, lots of, this is one of those made-for-TV moments here when we got some good redfish coming in. So that helps prove a point. And we're doing a little bit of testing out to see how the fish probability scripts are working. This part's not hard. There you go. That's like, what, 5? 6 redfish? Something like that? So basically all you're doing is I'm literally clicking the mouse once that... Yeah, it's kind of like the old golf games. You know, the old golf games you used to play? And you'd have to hit it, then you'd have to hit it again, and then hit it again. So now it does it automatically, and then it kind of slow-mo, and then you go pow, and you just go rip them and grip them, get them in the boat. There's another redfish. Sweet, man. We got caught so many redfish on this one. This is great. That worked out fantastic. Well, I love to see when game scripts are touted, and then they actually come through. So, yeah, so 212. So we've 1,600 kilograms of redfish, and as you can see, percentage-wise, way, way, way more redfish than anything else, pollock or haddock. So that is fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and gut them, and I'm going to show you why. So we had, was that 1,600? I think. All right. Now it's going to take you a lot of time. Take you a lot of time to, yeah. Take a lot of time to get this thing peeled off around here. Let's go ahead and gut. Why not? Let's go and do that. So right now we've got 23. Now the idea behind this is you've got to drag your mouse and fight the I guess you'd say the current. So I'm not the best at it, but I'm okay. And then you get scored based on your cut. Oh, that wasn't too good. Once you get started, you can rip it down. But yeah, oof, wow, 1 star. That was terrible there. Yeah, we gotta do better. These poor fish, man. You're just. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Okay, 3.5 stars. We'll take 3.5. Now the big ones are a little easier. I say a little easier. You think it'd be a little easier to do it? Wow, terrible. Look at all the blood, man. I've never seen a fish. Okay, that's it. So you can see that we actually now we have gutted fish. So gutted fish will sell for more based on how you've gutted them. That sounds weird, but it will. You'll see what I mean. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up our map. Let's really quickly now. So we could go over there and pull our long lines in over here. I'm just going to go. Well, you know what? Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's do this. We're going to need to go here because our weight is just too much. So let's go in here. We'll sell these off. Fast travel on in. You'll see we'll get up to about 2-3 knots. That's about as far as she'll go. Now this is the point where we were talking about earlier in our first video, where you can take and you can add more storage in the boats. Don't worry about doing it on this boat because you're not going to be in this boat for about 3 or 4 hours of gameplay. And after that 3 or 4 hours, you're going to be out of it. You'll be into another boat. And then if you want to upgrade storage on those, then I would say, yeah, sure, go ahead. But don't waste the time on the smaller boat. It's just not worth it. Not unless you just really enjoy the smaller boat. You just, you know. Alright, so now I'm not going to show this again, but yes, you can dock. But here you go. Here's where you sell. And this will kind of give you an idea too. So here's what I mean. Look for the fish that are going to pay you the most money. Even if you got a job that's going to pay you stuff, get the fish that's going to get you the most money. Because right now you can see we got 500 kilograms and then 260 respectively here with the haddock and the pollock and the pollock. What's this? At the best, 5,700. At the best, 3,500. But this one, the redfish, at the best is 30,000 kroner. So let's see what we've got here. So now look at there. So 37. So a total revenue. Now see, here's the thing. What I mean by the price change, the quantities, the cuts, because the guts, I messed up the paddock, so it really cut us out on there. So we really got less because we cut them really bad. Now our redfish gut, we actually did really good on those. So we got plus 13 kroner, and I guess that's a fish per kilogram. And then our price per kilogram went up also on the gut side on these on the redfish as well. On the bottom side there for the ones that were greater than 0.7 kilograms. So now you see our revenue off of redfish alone was 22,000. So I mean, not bad, not too shabby. And I have no idea where the old oh wow. That's what you call some dock lines there, man. You guys got it going on. So from here, let's go ahead and go fishing from there. That's fine. We're going to swing on out here really quick. Let's go ahead and pick up one more. That way you guys can see just the full spectrum here. Now see, as we go into this one, see, you'll notice too that this one's been setting for a day. So this one gets picked up next. And then once we take it back we can go pick up the Longline number 3, which has only been in there for 18 hours. And then we'll make the long travel over here is 13 hours. So we should be able to do all 3 of these before they go bad. After they turn blue, and then red is the next one. So after they turn blue and start turning red, then you're almost going to have nothing but dead loss on the Longline, which you never want. So let's, all right, so there is our pylons there. Check time here. I mean, if you wanted to, you can always do it the old-fashioned tough way. It's kind of hard in this one. But you can reach over here as well, and you know, you can slap your line right here. I'm not sure as workers. The workers I assume will be standing around on the boat, so you'll see the workers actually doing work for you. So you can drive up to them. The worker will go catch the line, catch the fish on that line. Yeah, it might be a little too hard. I didn't tell where we were at. All right, so we're going to haul it in. There we go. Same deal. All right, so now we got 10 fish on this one. And we're looking for redfish. That's what we're really looking for. So that's what's there's a good one there. So that's what we're really going to be in the game for, since we went and went all that krill. There's another one. So that's 2 out of 3. 4 out of 3. 5 out of 3. 5 out of 6. All right, it's 5 out of 7. All right, 6 out of 8. 7 out of 9. All right, so 7 out of 10. So 70% catch rate. Almost, unless this one's... Whoop, there you go. 80% catch rate. So awesome. So almost 1,000 kilograms just off that one there redfish alone. So yes, I would love to gut the fish right now. Let's try to do this a little bit better. Hey. The small ones are harder. Now the ones at the bottom, I'm not sure. Those don't change. So I'm not exactly sure what the circles are, because we're not really moving, you know. We're not really moving. I guess maybe something just to kind of give you an idea. I have no idea. Oh, that's a 5-star right there. Yeah. All right. So the whole thing about gutting the fish is you're getting rid of the weight. So if you gut the fish here, then when you take them, it's not like weight that you don't get, you know, cashed in for. So now we've got them already created. So once we take them, they'll already be gutted. If you do a good job gutting, then you get more price for the fish, and you'll also be able to store more on the boat. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. Okay. What's our storage like? Let's check storage. It's got to be here. All right, storage is half. Let's go ahead while we're here. Let's go ahead and fast travel. We got the gas. Let's fast travel here. All right, perfect. Just changed green. Man, that could not have worked any better. I do have lights too. You have running lights, you've got work lights, and then you've got like a searchlight on the top. So a few little, you know, kind of cool things to do here. Get that down just a little bit. I feel like you guys are looking up my nose. All right, so we're about half full. So this should, hopefully, unless there's just a ton of redfish, which I don't look for. This wasn't as great an area here, so I don't look for them to be all that great, but it could be surprising. You never know. All right, so once it turns green, then you can go ahead and start doing it. So let's see what we got. 13. All right, so now we're looking for krill is what we were fishing with. So let's see how many redfish we have out of this. So we're 0 for 2 right now. Now these other ones, there you go. There's 1 for 3. So the other ones are still going to sell. They're just not going to sell as much as the redfish were. There's 2 out of 4, so we're 50%. So it looks like the other one was a 70% ratio on the fish, which we were looking for 60 is what the krill said. You'll have about a 60% probability of catching the redfish. So it looks like we're at least up to that. It was 70% on the first go around. It looks like we're half and half, about 3 each here. Got some coming in now. I'm not sure if how you stab them, if the percentage, I need to figure out how the percentage here is, because this is going to say good plus 38%. I'm not sure what the plus 38% is, or whether or not you do it perfect. I don't exactly know. But we nailed those last ones right there. And nice. So 1,200 kilograms there of redfish. So storage is effectively full. Let's go ahead and gut this. We'll finish off the rest of them. Just going to try to do my best here. Not really. If that was my best, then well, we got a lot to learn. This is the most crooked line. This is probably not something you want to try to do after having a couple of beers to wind down, and then you want to hop into the boat and take some fishing on for the evening. All right, so let's go ahead from here. Let's go ahead and okay, so there's that. We may lose that last one, I'm not sure. Just looking at it, it's still green. .1 knots, 1.2. So we're full blast. We're full bore. We can't go. We can't go any faster. All right, so there you go. So let's see what we're at. 37,000 now. 78. See, that's what I mean. So we haven't even gone anywhere yet and taken on any jobs. So definitely go do this. So that's awesome. All right, so we're going to dock up here. This is absolutely, that could have worked out any perfect. Now, let me show you one other thing. So as we look on the map here, you see these will always change. They'll always have a big deals. Here's what you want to do. As you start to get these first couple, you start getting some money in your pocket. You're like, oh, okay, all right, well, this is okay. This is not too bad. Just realize that this is really just to get you into. This is to introduce you to the game. So this is, you're not looking at this as, oh, it's going to be tons and tons and tons of fun. Maybe it is for you. I don't know. I like forward progression, but also like challenge. Now, it's challenge with finding the fish. For one, once you get out of this area, there are no other big areas. So as you go through different areas, you'll need to find ways to drive around in a circle, or you'll drive this way or drive that way. Never take the same route twice. That I can tell you, do not do that. So let's just say at some point you're going to go up here into the undiscovered location. If you play the tutorial of the game, this is exactly where it's going to send you. So maybe hug the coastline so that you know where you're going. Then on the next one, when you go back, try to drive it all the way back, but then drive right off of that so that you basically kind of cover out too. Now, what you'll wind up seeing is you'll wind up seeing hot spots along that path that you've gone and taken. That is going to be a higher concentration area of fish. Now, I can't say go to every single one and unlock every single thing that you can, but I'll say that's not a bad idea, because that's kind of what I did. I went through and unlocked a few of these places just to kind of get an idea of what else was out there. That's where you're going to find jobs. Nowhere in this center city area are you going to find jobs. Here, this undiscovered, there's no jobs there. This one I'm not particularly sure of, but I know up here there's jobs up there. So the jobs are going to be for a certain particular type of quota of fish, and then they're going to pay you a reward per that quota of fish, that whatever you catch. And you'll have to catch a certain amount of poundage or kilograms. You'll have to catch a certain amount of kilograms for that to go into effect. So just in closing, here is we're on the fully trawled. We're at 78,000, 80,000 kroner. Literally, we've made that in literally 34 minutes, because I literally stopped that last video and said, hey, let's just do an intro to this, just to introduce you to the idea of the fishing, at least off the first vessel. We'll eventually make it into some of our other vessels, but this is, you know, this is the first one. So anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with us here on this video. I think it's going to be it for us today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe on this video. Don't forget also to catch us on a live stream, because we're going to be featuring stuff that's going to be ahead of us here, you know, ahead of us in the game. So if you want to come and see what's next, we've already got the next boat here is in our next live stream. So I think we're going to play that on Saturday. So right now it is February the 3rd, but it's yeah, so February the 3rd, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be running another one of these. If it comes in later on, then we'll do this. We'll just keep going it out. So videos are always weird because they're not live streamed, and I'm used to doing live streams. So if you're watching this and it's like 2 weeks later, I apologize. So anyway, I would be amiss if I didn't thank Astragon Entertainment as well as Miss Games. Those guys have given me a chance to stream this a week early. So a big salute and a big double thumbs up, you guys. I thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate that very much. So I hope I've done the game and the sim itself some justice. It is a fantastic sim. They're not paying me to say that, by the way. I do enjoy these kinds of things and enjoy being able to look at these games and give honest opinions. I never give lies out for my opinions. They're always my opinions and my opinions alone. And it's just my review on the game based on a few things, based on playability, based on the creativeness that the game allows me to be able to play with, and just the overall enjoyment of being able to have a little bit of forward progression with the game and not just have it all right at the very beginning. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, like I said, like, subscribe, and share these out. Let your buddies know. This video and the game itself will drop February the 7th here on Steam as well. So I think it's exclusively to Steam. Have no idea whether or not there's plans for any kind of a console release. My idea is probably not, but I'm not completely sure on that. People always ask, but it's okay if you do. If you got suggestions or you've got other things in the game you want to see, do not forget to leave something down here in the comment section and come in and hang out with us here in the next live stream. So it's it, guys. Thanks again to Astragon and Miscellaneous Games. I am Full Tilt Gaming FTG, your host. We'll catch you on the next one or in the live stream, guys. We'll see you. Peace out.